my name is Irene, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. I talk on my opinions on books, and hopefully I can give you a few good recommendations. Before I get started, I would just like to ask you to please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Alright, so today I am going to do my TBR for the rest of the year. So I usually do it monthly, and I come up with a monthly TBR and plan to read those books, and I use a TBR jar to pick prompts out of it and to pick books based on those prompts. But today, I am not going to be doing that. I'm getting a little stressed out by all the books that I want to read by the end of the year, and I want to make sure that I make those my priority. Because, first of all, I started reading the Stormlight Archive, and I am loving it. I am almost done. I think I have like 100 pages left, and I just really want to get to all of these books this year, and the fourth one is coming out, and I want to read the fourth one this year too, and I want to read it when it comes out. So I'm going to make the Stormlight Archive my priority, and that is why I am not going to be doing TBR jars until I feel like I am happy with how my TBR for the rest of the year is going. I might pick up prompts throughout the year, not throughout the year, throughout the month, when I need a book to pick up, and I'll probably put those video clips in my wrap-ups or something like that, and I don't know how it's going to go, but for this month, no TBR jar. So, as I said before, I am going to be reading the Stormlight Archive this year. I have Words of Radiance, then I have Oathbringer, and then I have Rhythm of War. So, we'll try to do that. It's kind of a big goal for me because it's hard for me to get through really big books like this, but if I make it my priority, I think I'll be able to do it. Next, after that, one of my goals for the end of the year was to have as very few series on my current series that I'm reading as possible. So one of those series that I'm currently in the middle of is the Percy Jackson series, and this is the second book, so I need to read this month. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole series because I'm not sure how into it I am after the first one, but I am going to read The Sea of Monsters this month and see if I want to continue, and if I want to continue, I'm going to try to finish off the series this year. So there's 4 books left, and that is what I'm going to do. After that, I have another series I want to finish. It is a kind of a romance series, or just a smutty series, but that is the Queen Takes Knights series. I'm not sure what the actual title is, but the last book I need to read for this one is Queen Takes Queen, so I'm going to try to read that in September. I'm going to try to read all these books as soon as possible, including this one I'll probably read next month, and the Percy Jackson series I'll probably read next month, and I'm just going to get through them as soon as possible so I can start doing the TBR jars again. Now, that is all the series that I'm currently in the middle of that I'm going to try to finish off by the end of the year. And then I have another goal of reading 12 classics this year. So far I have read 7 classics, so I need 5 more to get to my goal 12. So I have 5 classics that I am planning on reading. Now this might change up. I think I'm going to try to read all of these classics, and if I don't enjoy them, then I'm going to DNF them and pick up a different classic to take its place. But I'm just going to let you guys know what they are. The first one I'm going to be reading is Sense and Sensibility. My mom told me I should read this one if I want to read a Jane Austen book. I usually don't like romances that are really like sweet and funny and stuff, because I feel like that's what Jane Austen writes. I usually like them a little darker, like the Bronte sisters. But I'm going to give it a try, and then if I do like Sense and Sensibility, I'm going to be reading Pride and Prejudice. So that is going to be the second book of the classics I'm going to read. I don't know what order I'm going to do it in, but yeah, that's what it is so far. And then I'm going to try to read 1984. This one I definitely want to get to. I think George Orwell wrote this one. If not, you'll see the book on the side where it's going to say the author's name, but I think George Orwell wrote it, and I really like him as an author. He wrote Animal Farm, and I really hope that I enjoy 1984, and I feel like out of what I've heard from it that it is still relevant today. So, and it's another classic. And then I am going to read Beloved. So I wanted to read a classic that was written by someone that's black. I feel like I haven't read many of those, and I think that is extremely important, and I think it's a darker story. So I'm going to be trying to read that. I haven't heard many things about it, but I'm definitely going to try to get to this one because I think it is important. Then I have one more, which is 100 Years of Solitude, and I think that this is also a perspective that is, I'm not for sure. I think it's maybe someone from South America's perspective. I am not sure actually, but I really want to get to this one. I've been recommended it by my supervisor at my job, and I really want to be able to tell him I read it and that I liked it. So I'm going to try all those classics. I'm going to try to finish all those series, and if I have empty spaces throughout the month, I'm going to pick more out of the TBR jar and pick books based on that. But other than that, I'm pretty good on my goals. I just have been DNFing a lot of the books I've been picking up for my TBR jar. Like, I give them a try, but then I end up not enjoying it, and I think that's like a really big problem because I want to enjoy the books that I am reading. I don't know if it's the TBR jar's fault or just what I pick on my Goodreads, but I'm going to try to get a lot better about that because I wanted to DNF more books this year because I didn't want to read less bad books, but I feel like I've read a lot of not good books this year. Unfortunately, I feel like the most of the books I've read have been in the 3-star range, and with a few exceptions of great books, and I want to read more great books, like 4 stars to great books. So, and DNFing is taking up so much time that I feel like I don't even have time to get to those great books because I don't know what they'll be. But I think it'll help reading classics and reading really popular books like the Stormlight Archive, and just focusing on series, and we'll see how it goes. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Next month I may or may not put out a TBR video, because if I'm still working on focusing on the books I just told you, then I'm not going to need to put out a TBR video, and I might just do what I'm doing this month. So we will see how it goes. Alright, so I upload every single Thursday. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.